Hey guys. All right, so it's been a while since we've done a fly of the month. You know, it's wintertime here in Washington, and I just don't get out and fish that much. In fact, we made a video called The Long Wait. My brother and I were like, we'd love to make a video that represents the start of the fishing season for us, which is the beginning of the summertime typically. So that movie was based on that, and I'll put a link to that at the end of this video. But I'm sitting here in the wintertime thinking, oh man, it's such a long wait before I get out and go fishing. So my brother and I, hopefully we're going to get some time on maybe the Yakima. But anyway, I thought I would do a fly of the week video, or fly of the month. Typically it's like fly of 6 months. It's been so long since I've done a video. But I wanted to do one that I call the GSD Stonefly, the Get Shit Done Stonefly. And I want to show you a couple things where I came up with this idea. So most of you guys are probably familiar with the Pat Stone. This fly right here is like a go-to. Always put this on when you don't know what fish you're feeding on. This fly always does really well. And I've always thought, like, why does it outfish flies that are very detailed or specific to the nymph itself? So like a fly like this, which is a great fly, these tend not to do as well for me. And even something like this that looks exactly like you know, a nymph floating down the river, they just don't do as well. The Pat Stone always outfishes it. So I came up with one that's kind of a combination between the two. It has some realistic aspects to it, but then it has kind of the Pat Stone rubber legs. So the GSD, this guy right here, you can kind of see that it has some realistic things, but it also has the rubber legs on it. And it has a hot spot. I almost always tie it with a tungsten bead, typically an orange one. If you do not have an orange bead, you can always use a standard bead and then do like a hot spot with some dubbing. So I'm going to kind of just show you how I tie this, and maybe eventually I'll do a video where I'm actually tying this up. So this is the GSD Golden Stone. So stay tuned and I'll give you some more details on it. Okay, so I got a couple different variations here. So this is the one that I showed you. So this one has rubber legs. I like to go with more of a natural body tone. You can see here we have kind of a tan wrapped with silver wire or gold wire, and then we have a gold body. The top of it's darker, and I even use a brown marker and I make it a little bit darker. And then we got our hot spot right there with our rubber legs. So this is, and I also wrap lead wire in here as well. So this sinks real quick. I think what it does is it kind of fools the fish where it's a halfway between that Pat Stone and something that looks kind of realistic. And with that hot spot, they just go crazy. So this really does well. I think this fish is as good as a Pat Stone. Here's a couple different variations. So this is one here that I tied, and I got a little more of a sparkle back on that. And I used a natural or a gold tungsten bead, and then I did a hot spot right there. And then the orange legs in the front are kind of a hot spot as well. So this is with black wire, so very similar. This one's all black. I actually fished this, and so these things broke off, and so these were kind of on the front, but more black with orange legs. But again, the idea here is that cross between a Pat Stone and a more traditional natural stone. This is kind of in between. And I think it really triggers a lot of strikes for that reason. So at the end here, not only will I have a link to The Long Wait, that video, but I'll also have some pictures of some fish that I've caught with this exact fly. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like the content, feel free to subscribe. Thanks.